morning, hello and welcome to India at 9. The news mixes, the talking points are all up ahead in our prime time destination here. So today we will discuss the many crucial issues like Sachin Tendulkar. Everybody is saying that Sachin had to resign. And yesterday Rajiv asked a question to a journalist and as well as the chairperson of the BCCI, the Board of Cricket Council of India, manager, the overseer that Sachin has to retire on the stage because now he is not performing. We didn't score a century this last year. So what do you think about it? Do we have a right to call to make a phone call to Sachin and say that Sachin really it's time to retire? So the chairman said, the overseer said that no, we can't say this, okay, because he's a big brand. So this is the first thing that they have to give the chance to the youngsters, to the young cricketers instead of giving a chance to the old men. I'm not saying that Sachin is not a brand. Sachin is a very good brand, but now he is not performing. It's time to move on for Sachin Tendulkar. But he is not moving on because because it's not exaggerated speech which I'm giving to you, because it is not a question which I asked. It is a question which is asked by Raj Is the particular chairperson, the overseer, that what do you mean by it? So he said that Sachin Tendulkar is a never say die person. Okay, nobody can overcome with the rewards of Sachin Tendulkar, but it doesn't mean that he's not a long-standing player actually, because he performed very well for India since the last many few years. But the main thing is that it's time to go. It's time to go for Sachin, because now we have to give a chance. We have to open a new opportunity and a new doors of the opportunities to the youngsters. Apart from that, we have some other headlines which we discussed earlier regarding MDI. Everybody, there's a blockage in MDI. There's a long jam in MDI which is going on, where the BJP is demanding for the voting section of the MDI. That we will do the debate, but voting in the MDI. Where the other parties like BSP, like SP, and like the Trinamool, they take their step back. They move back from the certain position because of what? Because actually, they said when Trinamool came forward earlier, nobody supported Trinamool, and they didn't get the enough number to make their own decisions, to make their own debate in the MDI, in the cabinet. So these are the main news. And apart from that, we have some other news also. Yesterday we discussed the news regarding Bulandshahr. In Bulandshahr, one man, one fellow. It's an honor killing case. It's an honor killing or it's an enmity. We don't know about it. But it's an honor killing case that one fellow killed by the villagers because of the resistance of the family, because they are the lovebirds, but because of the resistance of the families, the fellow was killed by some few people. So it's an enmity or it's something else. It's an enmity or it's an illness situation. It's a resistance or it's an honor killing case. We don't know about it. But we have some other headlines, and apart from that, we have the headlines that 26/11 terror attack. Day before yesterday was the anniversary of 26/11 terror attack, where many martyrs' families paid tribute by the Indians and many army officers, because 4 years ago, the same day, 26/11, many people died. The terror attack happened in Mumbai, but now the situation is almost under control. We had Kasab, but Kasab is an easy target. So yesterday there is a question in the news of India at 9 that will they be able to get the perpetrators of that particular terror attack? Will they be able to will they be able to kill? Will they be able to punish the perpetrators and the particular accused persons, like the mastermind, if you talk about, like this Hafiz Saeed and Lashkar-e-Toiba and all these, because they are the perpetrators. Kasab is just a thing. Kasab is just a moving thing. It's a movable thing. But will they be able to get India will be able to get the justice? The martyrs family and the martyrs will be able to get the justice by punishing the mastermind and the perpetrators of this particular terror attack, like Hafiz Saeed and these kind of terrorists. So these are the newses, and apart from that, we have some other sports news also, that this kind of issues which is going on, like controversies issues like Arvind Kejriwal If I talk about Arvind Kejriwal accused so many people, and yet in 5 days back he announced his party. And when some journalists asked him that, what's your party name, sir? Can you just tell us? Can you just show us? Can you just go to public that what's your party name? Can you just go public? What's your party name? So he said that my party name you can just see on my cap. Okay, it's not a top cap secret. It's not a top cap secret which I'm telling to you. Clear? You can just see on my cap. So there will be no minister. There will be no back on cars, which he told earlier. There will be no back on cars. There will be no high command. Nothing. There will be no paramilitary forces in front of him. Okay, and with him, if he will become an MP, and if his party will come into the existence. Clear? So these are the news we should discuss. So first of all, we have to start with the mastermind, and the master task is Sachin Tendulkar. The time has come to suspend. The time has come to discharge. The time has come to say goodbye to the Indian cricket for Sachin Tendulkar. What do you think about it? First of all, I would like to give a chance to, after 5 minutes, because first I have to explain, because everybody is putting up a question on the credibility of Sachin Tendulkar because he didn't perform till yet, and he hasn't been performing since last 1 year, if I am not wrong. Because since last 1 year, everybody piled up, actually, to go against the Sachin Tendulkar. Everybody is piled up because everybody is saying that now the time has come to resign. But the main thing is that he did a lot for the Indian cricket. That's why the BCCI overseer won't be able to say anything. The administrator of that particular cricket won't say anything. The Attorney General of that particular cricket, BCCI, the Cricket Council, won't say anything to Sachin Tendulkar because of what? Because we know very well that he's the master blaster, and he is having that type of stardom where every overseer is not having the guts to call Sachin and say it's now the time. Do you think, Sachin, that it's time to retire from the Indian cricket? Because he did so much for Indian cricket. But now the main thing is that it's time to move on. Because since last 1 year, if we will talk about the statistics, if we will talk about the analysis, since last 1 year, he scored his last century in Test cricket in 2011, in January 2011. And since January 2011, we have been waiting for the century, but we didn't get that. Is that clear? So many situations come and gone, but he didn't perform in the Test matches. So now everybody is asking a question that it's time, the time has come for Sachin, for Master Blaster, to just say goodbye and suspend his, discharge his duties of cricket. Because they will talk about his counterparts like South Africa. Okay, like all these counterparts, they suspended their duties earlier. They said goodbye. We are not saying that Sachin has to say goodbye if he have a potential, because previously because he suffered from many situations, many complexities. So we can't say this. But the main thing is that will he be able? Because now he is batting the bowler. Now he is batting the bowler. He can't avoid the situation, but he is facing that. So this is the main reason this is going on. But what will be the next? What will be the next? Will he be able to perform for India, or will he be able to resign? This is the main basic question which I just want to ask. Who have an interest in cricket? Anybody have an interest in cricket? Okay. What do you think about it? Sachin had to resign from his post because we have been waiting for Sachin Tendulkar that he will perform since last 1 year. In the January 2011 he performed in the Test cricket, but now since then he didn't perform. He didn't score a century. He scored some 879 runs in 39 matches. It's the analysis which is not done by me, which is done by IBM 7 and CNN IBM. Because I saw the news yesterday, I have a prima facie, and I can change my goalpost. If you will put up a question on the credibility of mine, I will show you. So what do you think about it? क्या सोचते हैं आप इस बारे में? सचिन को रिजाइन करना चाहिए? Don't use Hindi. Okay. What do you think about it? Who will tell me in English? Who will tell me in English? Mr. Radha, what do you think about it? Sachin has to resign from his post now. Sachin has to say goodbye to the Indian cricket.
Okay, I want to just one thing that I'm not interested in my cricket match, but then I think that Sachin is a master blaster player of the India, and we can't say that he say goodbye to the Indian team. He just play very well, and he just coming in the media. And
but the main basic question is, but the core point is, the bottom line is that he is not performing. Actually, the main thing is he is not performing at all. This is the main reason, because we are not overreacting on this. It's not an exaggerated speech which is going on. The main thing is that it's time to come that he has to resign. It's time to come that he has to say goodbye to the Indian cricket. Because of what? Because he didn't perform till yet. He has to give a chance. If he will place in the place of Sachin, if he will place any youngster, we are going to give a chance for 1 year to perform in the test matches. So it doesn't mean that. It just means that you have to do a justice for the youngster. You don't need to, you don't need to exaggerate. I'm not exaggerating my speech. What do you think now? I'm not exaggerating this. I'm not overreacting that, because if a person have a guts to perform in an Indian cricket, it's very good. But it doesn't mean that if you are not good enough to stand in the, because many times the wickets pulled out by the opposition bowlers in the test cricket, and he got out in 0 in the last 3 matches of the test matches. So I'm just asking this thing that it's time, the time has to come to say goodbye, because it's he has been playing cricket in a long-standing manner. It's a long-standing game which he played for India, and he made a very wonderful contribution to India. So I'm asking only one thing, that this is the time to come, because you know very well, like I told you earlier, that never say die. He is a never say die situation. His record is incredible, and it's an outstanding performance which he gave, so we can't say anything. But the main thing is that we are in a situation where he will say never say die, because in the recent times, if we talk about the last 3 matches, he didn't perform at all, and the last 1 year he didn't score a century. So this is the main reason which I'm talking to you. Yeah, this is what do you think about?
Yes, sir, I think India should like to goodbye. India would like to say goodbye, Mr. Sachin Tendulkar, because he has turned 16 or 62. So now, but now he hasn't been playing good for India for last 1 year or 2 years. So as I think India should say goodbye, Mr. Sachin Tendulkar.
The same question which I want to ask you, which Raj Is I asked to the chairman of BCCI, Board of Cricket Council of India, and the question is that any overseer of the BCCI have a guts to call Sachin and say, Sachin, do you think it's time to retire? Have any overseer have a guts? Have any manager or have any chair selector have a guts in the BCCI to call Sachin Tendulkar and say, Sachin, what do you think? It's time to retire. Have any chair selector have a guts? What do you think about it?
Yes, he will never say that I will be removed from the India team. But
no, don't take me wrong. Okay, don't be mistaken, my friend. I am saying some other thing. I am just saying this, that Sachin, that overseer, can any overseer have a gut to call Sachin Tendulkar and say, Sachin, what do you think? It's time to retire. I am just saying this thing. किसी सिलेक्टर के पास इतने गट्स हैं अभी भी बीसीसीआई के अंदर कि वो सचिन तेंदुलकर को कॉल करे और ये बोले कि सचिन तेंदुलकर क्या सोचता है इस बारे में, क्या अब आपका टाइम आ गया, क्या रिटायर हो सके? So they have a gut, they have a courage of conviction to do this. What do you think about it?
yes, he is asking good. He is asking well to Mr. Sachin Tendulkar.
You didn't get my question clear. So I'm just asking to you, Ms. Rijna, do anybody have a gut to anything BCCI or in any particular in this? Because BCCI is the world's biggest control board in the world, because we know very well that BCCI is having a prosperous livelihood. BCCI is well known for its prosperous lifestyle. If we talk about the BCCI overseer, the Attorney General, the Administrative Justice, they are absolutely incredible.
I don't think so. Everyone loves his job.
and Mr. Sachin Tendulkar is a big celebrity, and I don't think so that anyone can raise a question and anyone can put up a question that you should retire and
No,
time to
I'm just saying something else. I'm just saying this, that I'm not putting up a, first of all, I would like to confirm you one thing, he's not a celebrity, he's a sports person.
Yeah.
As per my understanding. And the second thing is that I am the point of view that may be possible that, you know, I'm not putting up a question on the credibility of Sachin Tendulkar, because we know very well that Sachin Tendulkar is a master blaster and he gave an incredible and an outstanding performance since last 20 years he has been given. So we are not putting up a question on the credibility of Sachin Tendulkar, but since last 1 year he didn't score a century in the test matches. This is the main reason. So I am asking you a very simple question, that now what we have to do? Now what we have to do? Because since last 1 year he didn't perform. So you are an outstanding player. But in the last time, in the last point is you are a player. I'm not saying you are not a god. You are a player. So you have to treat him. He is having a wonderful skill, but he is a student. So you have to treat him like a student. You have to treat him like a player. So I am asking only this question. I am not talking and I am not putting a question on the credibility of Sachin Tendulkar. Don't take me wrong. I am just asking this thing, that Sachin Tendulkar now is not performing well in the test matches. I am asking only one thing. Anybody in the BCCI have a guts, have a courage of conviction to call Sachin and say, Sachin, what do you think, it's time to retire?
I don't think so. No one can't do this.
What type of BCCI we are having? What type of BCCI is it? Because as per my understanding and as per my knowledge and as per, you know, my skills, I am in a point of view that BCCI is the best and the well-known and the richest cricket council in the whole world. Every country's player used to come in India, like IPL you saw. Like IPL you saw in Chennai Super Kings, in Kolkata Knight Riders, in Delhi Davis. You know, because BCCI is strengthening day by day himself because they have they have a prosperity, they have a livelihood, and they are well known actually. BCCI is a well known board. BCCI is not a Tom, Dick and Harry board like New Zealand cricket board, like Pakistan cricket board. They are not like PCB, like Australian cricket board. No. And it's the first of its kind that any control board organized a tournament and every country cricket players came to come to one country and just play for a nation, to rebuild their team players, to rebuild their team selectors, to help team selectors, because if any tournament, if the players perform well, so selectors will get the good players to select them to play in the Indian cricket team. So they helped us, we know that they paid off. They paid off by the BCCI, but they helped us to get us a good player for the Indian cricket team. So I am asking one thing, that it is the first of its kind that any cricket council organized a game and many of the cricket players came from some other different nations, from the subcontinental nations, from the continental nations, from the Asia Pacific, from the Africa, in India, from the Australia, from the San Francisco, in India, and they played very well. So I am asking only one question, that BCCI is a well-known board, is a well-known cricket council, but they are not having a courage to call a single player and say that, but Sachin, what do you think, it's time to retire?
No, I don't have a spirit to do this.
So we will come to the second topic now, because some of them are not having an interest in cricket, are not having an inherent interest in cricket. So let's come to some other topic. We will discuss some other topic. It's Bulandshahr. In Bulandshahr, honor killing happened. I'm not accusing this. Okay, I'm not framing this. Framing means George falsely. I'm not framing any family like the girl's family or the boy's family, but I'm saying this, that it's an enmity or honor killing. This is a basic question. Honor killing means that a person, a male family member, killed a female family member to darken his family image. It's called a honor killing. Where the enmity means that ill will, dislike, fear. So it's the enmity or it's the honor killing. This is the main reason, because the man who did this is still absconding, is secretly flying away. Clear? So the main thing is that what is going on in Bulandshahr, one man killed by the family member, by the people. by the 6 fellows in a street corner. Clear? So I am asking only one question, that what type of thing is that? One man killed by the 6 people which is standing in a street corner in front of his wife, and his wife is weeping, and now his wife gave an interview. I have a clip. Okay, we will do the clip. His wife gave an interview that मुझे सुनने में आया है कि मेरे पति को मार दिया था और मुझे भी मार दिया जाएगा, मेरे बच्चों को मार दिया जाएगा, मेरे फैमिली मेंबर्स को मार दिया जाएगा. Because before their marriage, both the family members in resistance towards their marriage. So that's why, because as per their law, as per their rivals' law, as per their as per their family members' law, we are not talking about the court of law. We are talking about the law of the family members, of their family members. They violated the law. Both the lovebirds violated the law. So I am just saying this, that's why they killed. That's why they killed the man. And now she is in a fear. She's scared. She's totally scared now. The wife of that particular fellow, the widow of that particular fellow. So I am asking this question, that what type of justice is that? Is the UP administration is in slumber? The UP administration is in slumber. What type of government is that? I mean, Akhilesh Yadav and the BSP. I'm not putting up a question of the credibility of a particular government, but I'm just saying this, that somebody came, some fellows came in front of your wife and they killed. So it would be possible that somebody will take an action, but when they will take? Somebody is saying it's a case of amnesty, somebody is saying that it's a case of honor killing. What do you think about it? It's a case of amnesty or it's a case of honor killing? Yes, what do you think about it?
I think it's a case of honor killing.
Yes. What do you think about it, Akshay?
Actually, I'm not getting the point about the amnesty.
Ilvin, which I told you earlier. I'm just seeing the synonym of that particular thing. I told you right. Okay.
It's a case of amnesty.
It's a case of amnesty. Now, Pinky, what do you think about it? It's a case of amnesty or it's a case of honor killing?
Amnesty.
What? You're not sure? Amnesty. It's a case of amnesty. But I think that it's a case of honor killing. Because the family members is in resistance, absolutely. Apart from that, marriage of the lovebirds. Okay. So that's so we are not talking about your point of view, but because they are introspecting the case, they are probing the case, so we can't say anything, we can't come to a conclusion. We can just make here a views class. Clear? Apart from views class, we can't make anything. So this is the main reason that we can just make our views, but by making our views, we are just framing somebody. We are just talking falsely to somebody, but it doesn't mean that we prove that. Okay, so we can't convict, we can just accuse. We can't prove guilty, we can just accuse. So it's not a views channel, but we can just convict the UP government. What they are doing now? Many incidents happened in UP, but they are in slumber. They are not still taking the action against it. I am asking why? Who is responsible for it? Why they are not taking a strict step forward regarding that particular cases? Yes, what do you think about it, Rachel? Yes, Rachel.
Actually, our government is I think sleeping, and I think it's corrupted now. The against family is, the boy family or a girl family has given money or just shut their mouth by money. So that's why they are doing this, and they are just treating like that they don't know nothing and ignoring that whole.
The last closing statement. Rama, what do you think about it?
I think it's honor killing. And when their family members are unhappy in this marriage, so that's why they are doing this.
Sadhna, what do you think about it? Krishna, what do you think about it?
I think the government of UP, Mr. Akhilesh Yadav, UPA, the government of UP, Akhilesh Yadav is doing nothing for UP, because the government was of Mayawati. There are no case of accident happen in UP because UP, and as per my thinking, as per my thinking, Mayawati is good for UP because Akhilesh Yadav belongs to a Muslim, and he has been living in a Hindu family.
No Muslim.
No.
Mr. Krishna, very possible that you want to go public. That's why you want to publicize your comments and you want to be in a controversy. That's why you are just you have a prima facie that he is a Muslim. Can you just give me the prima facie? Well, in what ways you are putting up an accusation? We are putting an accusation because we are doing a public debate. But in a public debate, until or unless you are not having a prima facie, you can't say anything. But you are convicting somebody. Accusing somebody is some other thing, and convicting somebody is another thing. Convicting means you are proving guilty. Until or unless you are not having a prima facie, how can you say this that they are convicted? You can't trash any controversy in a row. And this is what exactly I am just saying. I am just saying only one thing to you, that you are having any prima facie regarding that. Please stand up. आपके पास कुछ सबूत है इससे regarding?
Yes. The inhabitants of UP, everyone is saying that.
Everyone, I am not talking about everyone. Mr. Krishna, you are not getting me completely. I am not talking about everyone.
Yes, they have.
We are talking, just let me complete. I am just saying that we are doing a public debate here. We are doing a public debate on some controversies. We are doing public debate on some issues. But you are putting the accusation. If you are accusing Akhilesh Yadav, like I accused earlier, it's some other thing. But if you are convicting somebody that he is guilty because he is Muslim, you can't put up a question of the credibility of his religion. Because whatever the crime is going on, because crime goes up in the UP, we well know with that. Okay. But you are convicting somebody, it's something else. What do you think about it?
Firstly, I want to say I belong to UP Bulandshahr, and we know very well India government is corrupted. So UP government is not Mayawati, not Akhilesh Yadav, not you say Mayawati is right and Akhilesh Yadav is not. I am not agree with you because I know every politics is corrupted, and UP government, UP pupils are thinking.
Hold on. I'm just asking you point second. I'm asking you a very simple question, and the question is that you are doing a conviction. It means that don't you think so that you are overreacting on this issue? Because it's absolutely overreacting. I'm just saying this, that if you're convicting somebody, that's what you think. As per my understanding, I'm not putting up a question. As per my understanding, it's some sort of overreaction which you do. That he is convicting, that he is a convict. He is not accusing, he is convicting. So don't you think so that he is overreacting on this issue to publicize himself that I am somebody in front of it in the class? What do you think? Because this video will publicize on the YouTube. Okay, so don't you think so that he is overreacting without having any prima facie, without having any base? He is making his noise.
Everybody has a right
he
to
is
say
making
something.
such a sharp noise.
Everybody has a right to say something.
But conviction?
Doesn't
I'm
matter.
debating here. I'm debating here. Yeah, what do you think about it?
Yeah, if